What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So, we're going to do a question of the day. And the question of the day is coming from a friend who recently saw someone post one of Steve Harvey's quotes. And I don't want to. I don't want to butcher it too bad, but just to paraphrase, Steve Harvey said something along the lines of only broke people have enough time to sleep 8 hours of the day. Rich people aren't sleeping 8 hours of the day. So a friend saw that quote posted and asked me, do I agree? And for those of you who aren't going to stay for the long of this video, because this video will probably be 15 minutes, if not more, and I'll break it down into different parts if it ends up being too long. But just to let you know, to answer the question of the day, no, I don't agree with only rich people sleep 8 hours a day. And no, I don't agree if that's a good thing to not sleep 8 hours of the day. And we're going to definitely go into very deep detail on why I don't agree with Steve Harvey's assessment of that. Now, before I criticize Steve, before I talk about the person who actually who posted the quote and the person who saw it and why I'm doing this video, let me say this about Steve Harvey. I applaud the man. I take my hat off to him. I bow to his grace, his endurance, his resilience, his success, his imagination, his ingenuity. I'm not saying the word right, but you know what I'm saying. The fact that he is able to put himself into so many different avenues and different venues and be successful. He's not just a comedian, right? But he's able to be a talk show host, a motivational speaker, an entrepreneur. He is a very advocate of men's mental health, right? And all of those things. So now that I've given the man his flowers, because he's achieved things that I may never achieve in my lifetime, right? And definitely haven't achieved so far, telling someone how much time they should sleep during the day is a medical doctor's diagnosis. It is not for someone, me, you, or anybody to say you're sleeping too much or you're sleeping too little. That is a medical diagnosis that needs to happen. And this is a lot of times why I love these questions, and these are the ones that come straight to the front of my line, is because there's so much myth. There's so much ideology. I'm not saying that word right either. Surrounding medical things that are being talked about, like, oh, you're just lazy, it's a mindset, it's a motivational thing. But this is a medical condition, right? If someone is not sleeping enough or sleeping too much. Now, the reason that I'm addressing this question is because it was asked to me, my opinion on it, right? How do I feel about it? Do I agree with it? Why I don't agree with it, right? That's why the question of the day is there. But I have a friend of a friend, right? So a friend posted it and I saw the post. I saw the post about Steve Harvey's I saw the post of Steve Harvey's quote, and I didn't say anything because I've seen it before and I've talked about it before. And I just, to each their own, vaya con Dios. You go with your, if that's what's helping you and that's what your doctor has talked to you about and you and your doctor are in agreement, cool, fine. But the friend of a friend saw it. He's like, hey, what do you think about such and such's post? Now, I'm not going to call either one of them out because the one who posted it, I definitely don't have his permission. And the one who asked me about the post, I haven't, he wanted to remain anonymous, so to speak, right? And that's cool, but he did want the video. He did want the opinion. I could have gave it to him privately, but I feel like he didn't mind if I did a video on it, right? So I appreciate him letting me come to you guys with the conversation. Now, I'm going to, I don't want to say attack, but I want to point out some things about Steve Harvey. Because he's a millionaire, maybe even a billionaire. I don't count the man's money, but I know he's very successful, right? I know he makes a lot of money. We're talking about sleep here. We're talking about sleeping 8 hours a day. And people equate how much time you sleep to being lazy. Sleep is equated to rest. And that is the problem, especially with Black men, but men in general, even women, people in general, do not rest enough. Because if you take the time to rest, somebody's on your butt about, well, I thought you said you was broke. So you got time to sleep, but you ain't got time to go, okay, just because I decided to rest does not make me lazy. I would even argue more so, you're lazy if you take the time to watch a video, play a video game, or to watch a sports event, but you're not taking time to rest. So you'll put the time out of your day to sit down and watch the Packers or the Cowboys or the Raiders. I'm just throwing random teams out there. I don't hate any of them. You'll sit out there and you'll watch the Spurs or the Mavericks or the Rockets, but you won't take the time to rest. And you think you're being a good person. You think that you're being responsible to the responsibilities that you've taken up by doing this. Now, we fast forward, and now your lack of rest for all these years has developed you a heart condition. Your body does so much work when it's sleeping that it's not able to do while you're awake. Rest isn't just self-love. It's the bare minimum to your continued survival on this planet. How long do you think you can go without adequate rest before your body starts to break down? This video is about to, like, from here, if you want to stop, that's fine. But I'm about to take a real edgy approach because I hate, and you hate to use the word hate, but I hate this stigma that when you see a man resting, sleeping, that they're lazy, that you need to wake them up, that you need to bother them. Jason Wilson talked about this on the interview that I had reviewed, and I love it because he was talking about how he had a friend where his wife would come home and he would be sleeping and he would get in trouble for taking a nap. Like, how dare you sleep when there's things that I don't have? How dare you sleep when there's things that you haven't caught? I need to sleep for my body to recover. There is so much that your body does while it's sleeping. It's building testosterone. Now, when I'm talking about testosterone in men, I'm not just talking about the libido, but also what does testosterone do? Because that is part of it, but that's also your energy. That's also your boost to your metabolism. This also increases and clarifies your thinking, your reaction time. There is so much that's tied. I could spend an hour on why you need to make sure that your body builds enough testosterone as a man just right there. I really could. But that's one thing that your body does. In women, it regulates all of your estrogen and your enzymes as well. And we have some estrogen in our body, just like women have some testosterone. But the key thing is your enzymes and your hormones are being regulated, reproduced, pushed throughout your body for the function of your body. The second thing that your body does is it recovers and repairs. While you're walking around during the day, right? Your body is focused on your survival. Excuse me. It is in tune with, do I have danger coming here? What task do I need to be? You're using all of your energy in your body to focus and do these things. When you're sleeping at night, because none of these functions need to be happening, your body takes all that energy and all that focus into repairing your organs, your skin, your eyes, your hair. It goes to repairing the